Okay. First, I gotta test to see what this sounds like. It's taking a while. Taking a while to go live. There we go. There we go. There we go. What does this sound like when I yell? There we go. What does this sound like when I yell? There we go. What does this sound like when I yell? Okay. It's not that bad, I guess. I don't know. Might need to adjust the volume on it a little bit. I'm not sure though. I feel like always adjusting the gain. Like just a little bit. That shit is so loud. Oh god. Alright. Let's hear that. Oh god. Alright. Let's hear that. Sounds good. Oh god. Alright. Let's hear that. Sounds good.
The fastest way to know if something will work for you is to try it. The fastest way to know if something will work for you.
True. All right. Going live on IG as well here soon. I do need my tripod. This will make it a lot easier for me. One second. She was like, "Don't leave me behind, buddy. Don't worry, little lady. I wasn't gonna leave you behind. Only momentarily. Only momentarily." Whew. Got my little tripod here. So I can go live here. Got like 1,000 people active on IG. Holy shit, dude, my friggin'... Alright. Let's see. Should we bust it out? Should we do it? Title. All right. Q&A live on Twitch. I gotta figure out a good placement for this. Just right here, I guess. I have like Taco Bell right here that I haven't finished. Hard to get a placement on this thing. frame, so theoretically, I would stand right here. Do a flip if I wanted to. Theoretically. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Curious if I should go live on IG or TikTok. IG has the biggest audience, so maybe IG. Here we go. We're live. Live. Alright, what up? Welcome, y'all. Welcome. What's up? Everyone's joining in. We got hella people. Live on Twitch as well. And YouTube. So, you guys are on the live right now. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Do a backflip, please. I actually do have this set up. I'll do flips. Dang, that guy's saying fuck you to me. That's not nice. Yo, go follow me on Twitch, by the way. And go subscribe to my YouTube. Please. If you support me, go do it. Happy New Year. First backflip. Let's bust it out. Let me adjust my live stream camera real quick. The one that is live on Twitch and YouTube. Alright, ready? How was that? I feel like I was wasn't the greatest. A double cork. I would do double cork in here if I didn't know, if I knew for a fact that I wasn't gonna fall straight through the floor. I have no clue. The floor doesn't feel super sturdy, so I'm like pretty reserved on what tricks I can do in here. Even with that mat, it's like not enough. I can like literally hear the ground creaking, and I'm trying to catch my landing like as soft as possible as well. I'll do a full though, because I definitely can catch that one pretty well. Look at Ruby. Oh, you can't see it in this one. You can see in Twitch and YouTube. She's looking at me like, what? All right. There she is. I caught that one so soft. Probably couldn't even hear it. How long have I been practicing flips? I've been doing them for about 8.5 years. I'm getting pretty damn close to 9. So, it's pretty cool. How's that full? What up? On Instagram, the freaking it just looks so like, I look pale on Instagram. On my Twitch and YouTube live stream, it looks way better. It was nice. Don't copy my flow. What flow? What flow are you talking about, bruh? Do a 3 gainer. 3 gainer? What's a 3 gainer? Do a front flip. I am not... Alright. There's limits. Okay? This floor, it might break. I can only do things that I know for certain I can land softly on. And a front flip, I don't know. I might, like, not land soft on that one. Trying to be really, really careful. I have broken a floor before. by doing a backflip, which is crazy. But I was not like trying to land softly on it either. I was just doing it as high and as fast rotation as I possibly could. So I broke straight through the floor. Yo, Twitch chat. You guys should actually chat, and then we can interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? Say something, bruh. Stale gainers, do a backflip, please. Double back. There's no way I can double back in here, bruh. Silent backflip. All right, silent backflip challenge. Can we do it? Can we do it silent? Let me know if it's silent. Okay. It wasn't that silent. Silent? How was that? I caught it pretty well. I can hear the house creaking a bit. Do a back handspring without moving? Shit. That would be hard. .5 out of 10. Yeah. It's pretty hard to make it perfectly silent, bro. Especially in here. You teach how you jump so high during backflip. The faster you explode, the more power you're going to get out of backflip. Have you done a full? I've done it on trampoline. Never tried it on floor. And it might be a trick that I'd want to try on floor one day, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Backflip 180 on Arabian. Arabian would be hard to land softly. I feel like I could do it, but here, I'll do like a back side flip. It's one of my signatures. That one, I bet I can land soft. All right, ready? Not really. That wasn't the softest, but it wasn't loud, so. That was pretty good. It was alright. Not that one. It's hard for me to tell. All I can just like hear a little bit when I'm landing. Hi, Jeff. You're my hero. Proud to be it. We got people on IG Live. We got people on YouTube. We got people on Twitch. How do you rotate faster in backflips? It's all on how you set, okay? You set your arms up, nice and tall. Get your shoulders, like, open. Make sure your chest is open. And then make sure your hips are open and you're setting with your hips. Make sure that you're pulling your tuck around in a snap so you can drive the rotation through and make sure you're getting full extension through your body. That is the step-by-step. Can you dub back on ground? I can. Not here, though. Not here, though. I've been battling to get staying dub back again, by the way. If you guys have been tuning into the stories. I have been grinding dub back standing. I'm getting closer to the confident feeling again of being able to do it, but it's been a long time, so definitely gotta keep training. Misty 7. In here, I don't know. I don't know about in here, but here, I'll do a full. Oh, someone asked for a full. I'll do a full. This one's pretty chill for me to control the landing and everything, so that's why I don't mind doing it. Oh, alright. That was so bad. Okay. That was pretty bad too. I'm like trying not to travel back super far. And I'm also trying to control my landing. And I'm also trying not to go too high. There's like a few factors. I haven't flipped in a small space in a little bit, so not the greatest. Woo! Can you do the full? I definitely could right now, but I don't know if I'm going to land soft, and that's the main thing I'm trying to do. Trying to catch it really well, because I don't know how sturdy the floor is. I don't know if any of you have flipped in an upstairs room. I'm in a townhouse, so if you flip in a townhouse upstairs, there's a chance that you'll break the floor, and I'm trying not to do that. What's good? What's good? What's good? Nice flip, so thanks, bro. Hi, man. 2025 is pretty good. We're off to a pretty good start. Consistency's feeling good. I'm training a lot. I'm going to the gym. I'm live all the time. Not on Instagram, but I'm doing live streams on YouTube and Twitch. Doing some gaming and stuff, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to be doing some more here soon. I'll be transitioning to playthrough. Flips are always nice. I appreciate it. Please backflip. There's so many people asking me to backflip. I've been doing flips for like 8 years. Do you think flipping or weight training is harder? I think they're both very hard. Okay? Didn't you used to work at Woodward? Yeah, I did. I moved back to Montana. Yeah, so weight training, flipping, weight training, they're both hard. When you're doing weight training, it's like a different challenge. If you've always been doing flips, you start weight training, it's like, damn. It's like a different grind, but it's similar in terms of you're trying to reach better weight, new goals. It's also very beneficial. You should be weight training if you do flips. You should be weight training if you do anything, really. I think in terms of if you're trying to push like heavy ass weight, there's more things that need to change. Obviously, like you can be a power lifter, so you can push weight, like push heavy weight at low body weight, and it's hard. It's very hard. You have to be naturally gifted. You also have to be very grindy. You gotta like push yourself. You gotta eat right. You gotta sleep right. You gotta do all these things. In tricking, it's like you might be in the small percentage of people that do a quad cork or something like that. You know what I mean? Staying to back, quad cork, friggin' snatch cannon, whatever. You might be in a small percentage of people that do all those things. You got to be gifted. You got to train hard. You gotta get good sleep. You gotta eat right. You gotta do all those things. You can also get away with doing those things without doing any of those things if you're gifted. So there's just a lot of they're similar, but they're very different. Like, if I wanted to push like way more weight in weightlifting, let's say I wanted to like bench 405, I'm probably gonna have to gain a shit ton of weight. So I'm gonna have to eat like crazy and take care of myself for that reason. So there's like, you got to make sacrifices regardless of what you're doing. I've squatted 315. I feel like I could probably squat a little bit more, but I haven't tried just because pushing heavy for squat PRs is really difficult. You make flipping look so easy. It's because I've been doing it for so long, and these tricks are easy for me personally. It's the best exercise for plyometrics. There's so many plyo exercises, there's not even like one that's the best. But I would say like, if you're doing like stabilizing exercises alongside plyometrics, like let's say you're doing, one thing that I preach is like doing a box jump up to something and you stabilize, and then you hop down and land and stabilize. And you can do that with a ton of different variations. You can do that with like a single leg hop, single leg stabilize. You can do a double leg hop, single leg stabilize. If you're doing stuff like that, then you're learning how to teach your body to stabilize and also be explosive, which go hand in hand, in my opinion. If your body mechanics are really bad when it comes to stabilization, when you're trying to explode off the ground quickly, you're not going to have a good time because eventually you're going to get injured. Let's say your knees like to bend inward a lot. If you don't have that stability and that understanding of stability, then it's just going to lead to injury if you're trying to push for explosive power. So I'd say that that's really good. Like, build stability, build explosiveness. Just like Johannes. Which Johannes? Do you reckon buying a crash mat is worth for learning flips? Yes, I do. I also think it's just better to go to a gym. If you don't have a gym, then definitely like send it, buy some stuff if you want, or you can just use mattresses or whatever. I one time took a duvet cover and I filled it with pillows. So, how would you tuck to side flip? I can do both. I do under, I do over. It's easier to lift heavier weights, but tricking requires brains and not just brawn. Also, tricking is scarier. I don't know, dude. I've been like lifting for a while now, and pushing really heavy is such a challenge. There's not, I mean, the grind is not fast. Like, you could hit a new PR every week, but it's very similar in terms of once you get to a certain point, it's like you're going to hit a plateau, and then you got to change something to get past the plateau, or you got to figure out. It's just like tricking. The grind is really hard either way. I mean, look at people who had to lift mad heavy. Like, if you're a power lifter, let's say you're in the smallest age or smallest weight bracket. I think world record in competition for bench press for a power lifter at 150 body weight is like 365 or something like that, which is insane. But just think of how hard it is to get to that point. You're lifting a shit ton of weight. You're 150 pounds. You're pushing over double your body weight. That's insane. Like, that's crazy, dude. Please do YouTube content. I do. Go subscribe to my YouTube, bro. Support me. I'd appreciate tutorial. I will do more tutorials. I need people to go and subscribe. I have 2 YouTube channels. I do one for streaming and stream clips, and I do another for tricking stuff and just daily stuff, daily life. How many years did you spend to learn these flips? 8.5, about there. So wise and talented, what will you do with your tricking talent? Will you do movies or just work a normal, boring job? my plan is to take content creation to the next level, and I might get into online coaching again. I have done a little bit of online coaching, but I got to figure out a way to monetize what I'm doing. Right now, I do have to work outside of content, and I would love to be able to do content full time. It's the whole reason why I've been doing it for so damn long. Like, at this point, it's not one of those things where I'm going to have to give up on it. It's only a matter of time that it happens. Like, this is my thing that I'm going to keep doing. So, it has to work at some point. That's basically where I'm at. Do you ever try parkour? Sometimes I have. Sometimes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know both those guys. Yozook is, I don't know how to say his name properly, but he's like a really big inspiration in terms of just pushing strength in the gym and also tricking, for sure. Bro, is this Q&A on Twitch or Insta? Both. I think Twitch. We're doing both, bro. Oh, it is here. It's both, yeah. How come you like to do single tricks more than combos? Personally, I mean, I've gotten joy out of doing combos, but the grind for combos is so irritating for me. I like doing single tricks a lot because I can hone in on the technique and get the trick significantly better. Granted, a good way to do that is by comboing the skill as well. It's just something that I don't really enjoy doing kicks, for example, and a lot of combo building involves kicks. You don't have to do kicks to do combos, though. You can do like swing combos or other combos like that. I struggle to be motivated to push the limits in those areas. I like to do it sometimes, and then I fall out of it because I'm chasing certain skills. I feel like when I'm chasing a skill, I'm never chasing a combo. I'm like trying to get a certain skill, but comboing is honestly really essential to get those next level skills. And I think that's what I lack sometimes is comboing. So something I want to do more for sure. Tips to get the basic flips to your level, both tech and height. You got to become obsessed with like studying what you're doing. So film yourself all the time. That's a huge tip I have to give. If you can learn to coach yourself through the process, then you're going to be better off than trying to understand from another person's perspective. Because a lot of the time, the trick kind of works its way in your own brain differently than it does everyone else's. And you start to understand the trick at a molecular level for yourself. Like, there's certain things I can tell you, but not everything's going to help. I would say the best thing to get height, though, is like being able to explode off the ground quickly, harnessing the fast twitch muscles, also understanding the posture in your set and how each individual piece of your body works to contribute to the height and rotation of things and how fast you can jump off the ground. Like, you got to identify all the weak points and try and strengthen them. And that's the biggest thing that I found to be helpful. Have you noticed getting more muscular and larger makes you slower in tricking? Not yet. I haven't actually experienced any slowness quite yet. I have been experiencing some slowness to a degree because sometimes I will be more inconsistent in tricking than in weightlifting. I think all you need to do to combat it is just by training consistently with tricking while you're getting bigger in weightlifting too. If you can combo those two things together, I think that it prevents yourself from getting slower, but it depends how much size you're gaining. So like for me, I plan on getting up to like 155, 160 around there and like probably staying there. I don't know if I want to go higher. It just depends how I look because most of my weightlifting is for aesthetics. I am trying to push heavyweight, but at the same time, I just want to look really good. So I'm not sure what that's going to do. Obviously, I want my muscle to be functional still, so I got to train plyo. I got to get my good sleep, get good diet, all that stuff to help aid the physique, but also stay good in tricks, and be able to do both at the same time. Because the consistency of tricking is like the biggest thing, honestly. That sport, just like anything else, it requires consistency, but you have to be very consistent with tricking or else your technique falls apart. You can't not do tricking and get better at it. It's just not really how it works. You can take breaks and come back feeling stronger, but it doesn't make you better necessarily. You still have to train it. So, advice on double corkscrew. Just try and take off quickly. Make sure you're setting up nice and tall over the shoulder and pull tight. Make sure you're kicking your leg too. That's pretty much most of the things. What's up, bro? Jimster. Jimster on Twitch. What up, what up? Do you take protein powder or supplements when you do tricking? Yes, I would recommend supplementing creatine. I'd also recommend looking into just multivitamins, vitamin D, magnesium. There's certain vitamins too, you got to do some research. There's certain vitamins that are useless for your body because the state that they are in does not process like fully, doesn't give you the full benefits. So you got to look into that a little bit. But there's like most of it should just come from your normal diet. So as much as you can supplement things, you should also be eating well. Make sure you're getting your protein, make sure you're getting your carbs. Don't shy away from water, obviously. Keep yourself healthy by eating properly and then adding supplements where they're needed. That's what I'd recommend. Not much. You, man, I'm just answering questions, bro. Live on Instagram, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on YouTube. Doing all of them. Sick, yeah. Hell yeah, thanks for the follow, by the way, on Twitch. Appreciate that. That's the first time that I think I've heard the follow thing go off. Every time I've been gaming, and it's way too damn loud to hear it. Okay, we got lots of questions. You have a nicer body since you've been lifting, no homo. I appreciate that. I've been really pushing myself to just do better. Oh, damn, another follow. Shit. Oh my gosh. Thank you for following. What is that? Whose name is that? I need to actually open up like Twitch to see. Because essential amino acid supplementing with that is great. Also, creatine is amazing for muscle growth and cognitive health. Hell yeah, that's my little brother in there. He's got hella knowledge on that too, so ask him questions. He'll help you out. Alright, let's see. Who followed? Because it's hard for me to see. Who followed? It's hard for me to see. XTH? Seven. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I don't even know who followed. Who did that? I hate... this is so annoying. Why is it so hard to, like, just look at the basics, dude, on Twitch? Trying to see who just followed. And it's hard to find it. Manage stream. Oh, here we go. Amex Zon and Cloud Kitty. Thank you. Hi there. Is this like an AMA? What is AMA? Do you have any tips for scoot double full? I've been trying for weeks and keep making it round to my knees but not landing. Damn. So, I remember my first scoot double full. It's a tough grind. You gotta really practice your prerequisites on that one. I'd recommend doing lots of standing fulls. I'd recommend also doing scoot full with full power, trying to do a really good scoot. If you can get your scoot insane, then you're going to be popping off. It'll be super good. I'd recommend doing that for sure. And And you should be getting better at it, but it just takes a while. Average stream bitrate too high. What does that even mean, bro? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Ask me anything. Okay. No Diddy. What do you have to do to strengthen your ankles? I'd recommend doing lots of exercises to strengthen your calves. I recommend strengthen your hips, believe it or not. Strengthen all of those muscles, dude. If you don't have good stability in your upper half, your lower half's going to suffer. So you got to make sure you got to work out all those muscles. And, yeah, do lots of calf raises, do lots of PT work. How not deviate and scoot triple. Not sure what you mean by that, but if you're talking about axis, you got to make sure you're setting properly. My fulls are pretty ass. I should definitely work on those. Yeah, do that as much as you can. Like I said, if you're getting... But the scoot is really important too. Like, a lot of people, they are trying to scoot dub, and their scoot is abysmal. So practice your scoot, please. That's going to give you the most benefit. For sure. Says average stream bitrate too high. Which I don't really know what that means. Let's see if I can adjust in Twitch. Damn, we're getting hella people in Twitch. 5 people at once. Shit. Output setting guide. Yeah, I don't know. Shit. Welcome. Cut your hair for winter arc, please. I will get my hair cut, but it's not going to be like a buzz cut. Is carbs important? Yes. Carbs are very important. It's like the very thing that will give you energy. If you shy away from carbs, you're going to feel miserable when you train, especially if you're like a athlete of any kind. You don't have carbs, you're basically asking to not do good at all, ever. How do I jump higher? Explosive. You got to be fast, dude. Like, secret to... My hair is pissing me off, though. Maybe I should get a haircut. Shave it all off. You want to jump as fast as possible. The faster you can jump, the more explosive you'll be, the more height you'll get. It's the W answer. You gotta figure out how to boost the explosive power. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Carbs are crucial to performance in the gym. Yep. See, Tayson knows what he's talking about, bruh. Listen to him. If you don't eat carbs while doing high intensity exercise, you'll hit a wall quickly. Yep. So what is the best creatine brand? As long as you're getting creatine monohydrate, that's all that matters. I don't think there's a brand that's like bad. Just make sure the ingredient's only creatine monohydrate, and you'll be good. How the hell you jump so high? Workout plan, please. Okay, I'll work on getting something done for like a workout program, blah blah blah. You'll see. You see our comments? Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, Tayson can trick. How are you doing these flips? Is it hard to learn them? It can be, but it's not that bad. You just gotta grind it just like anything else. It's a little bit hard to train legs in the gym while keeping up with those tricking sessions. I would recommend, this is what I've always done, and it helps so much. Just pop out on tricking session, then the next day, go to the gym and do legs. and you'll feel so good. Like it helps a lot of the issues. Chain is hella sick, dude. Thank you. That's what I do. And usually, like, my legs don't really suffer from tricking too much. I don't get sore often when tricking. So if I go to the gym and hit legs afterwards, it builds, like, my stability. It makes my joints feel good. And then I won't feel pain. Like, usually after tricking, that's when you feel the most pain. You go to the gym and train legs the next day, you're going to be so good. Plus, it's basically like PT, bro. Like, you lifting weights, doing legs, you're going to be way better off than not. And it's going to help you with tricking. You don't even know. The benefits are so good, like, impact will pop off. You'll be able to take hella impact. Your gainer tutorial helped me so much, thanks. Yeah, no problem, bro. I hope that that video helped. It wasn't even like really a tutorial, just kind of informational. But I might do more tutorials and do like a subscription service. I have one right now actually for tutorials. There's like 20 of them on there right now, and they're all like 10 minutes long. So if you want that, you can go check the link in my bio. It says like coaching or something like that. I can't remember, but if not coaching, that says tutorials. And yeah. Yeah, I've been training like once a month, SMH. You gotta train more often for sure to see progress. Do you have Snapu Swipe? I can do it. It's not good though. What exercises for higher jump? So like I said, anything plyometric based, the faster you can get your muscles to react, the more explosive you'll be. So what I like to do, I mentioned this earlier, it's like box jumps, but you're stabilizing the landing, and then on the way down, you're stabilizing the landing. You want to be as explosive as you can going on the way up. You want to keep it a low rep range, like 5 reps for like 3 sets, and that's it. Like, you don't want to do more than that. And then you want to switch exercises. But if you're building stability and explosive power, that's where you get the most benefit, in my opinion, because you are keeping your joints safe. Being explosive is like not a good way to keep your joints safe. Likely, when you're being explosive, you're going to feel the most destruction. So if you are able to stabilize and build explosive power, you're going to be so good. Like, it's going to be awesome. So I like to do different variations. You can hop up and land on one leg and stabilize. Make sure you bend your knee a little bit and make sure you're not moving at all once you stabilize. And then you can hop down, stabilize on that one leg again. Or you can mix it up. There's all sorts of different variations you can do, and you're going to feel the benefits for sure over time. Flexibility versus mobility, what's important for flips, or what do you focus on? Honestly, I'm not super flexible. Something I need to work on a lot. And my mobility is like pretty decent, I would say. There's certain parts about my mobility that isn't as good as it should be. Like, I still have a little bit of a lack of mobility in my knee that I tore my ACL in. And my ankle actually on that same leg has a lack of mobility because I freaking sprained my ankle so bad when I first started doing flips that it like, I might have torn something partially or even broken a bone or something, but mobility isn't fully there in that one as opposed to my left leg. And when I crunch, I usually crunch my right ankle as a result. So yeah. Saw some of your workouts when I bought your program thing, but would literally kill to see your whole workout split and training routines in depth. You're the go. In depth. Okay. Yeah, I will work on it because I'm still doing like research for my own workouts. I'm still like trying things. So once I feel pretty confident, then I'll make something for you guys. Especially if I'm seeing a lot of results, I will make sure to note that and make a program for it. How often do you change your workouts, like push days, for example? Or are they the same year round? Honestly, I switch out workouts every once in a while, depending on what I'm doing. I usually keep like the same split. So if I'm doing chest, oh my god, if I'm doing chest, I'm doing triceps. If I'm doing, for example, if I'm doing back, I'm doing biceps, stuff like that. I'm keeping the same days usually, but a lot of the time, so for me personally, I'm trying to grow my chest. I'm trying to get my chest stronger. I actually incorporate chest on other days as well when it feels good, which usually my chest doesn't get crazy sore, so I'm able to push it further and add more days where I'm doing chest, and that helps me get my weight up in chest and bench press, blah blah blah. I still feel a lot stronger, so but I usually switch out workouts every once in a while. I try a different technique or I try a different exercise that I see and see if I like it better. And if I do, then I keep it. That's usually what I my general rule of thumb is. It's a weird one, but can you like my reel? I can't right now. I'm on live. Tried tricking after training legs on the same. Feels good that day, but the whole week afterwards sucks. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be sore. That's just part of it. But like I said, if you're taking creatine, you're getting your diet right, you're sleeping, you're drinking water, you're going to be good. Like, you won't feel as much soreness. You'll recover quicker. So you need to optimize your routine so that you can build a good recovery foundation. If you can't do any optimization, then you're going to just suffer the whole time. So you got to make sure you're trying to figure out how you can make it better for yourself. What's up, Elite? Doing pretty good. How are you, bro? I'm looking at this camera now. My bad. Easiest trick. Backflip or full, honestly. I love those tricks. I sometimes would rather do a full than a backflip. Stretching also reduces soreness, but I know it can be terribly painful after big leg days. Yeah, I mean, you should definitely stretch. You should be doing like warming up before workouts. You should be stretching afterwards. Stretching should always be incorporated in the daily routine, and it's something I actually slack a lot on. So I'm not perfect. I get it. You just gotta like figure out how to optimize and do the best you can to stick to a routine. If you can stick to a routine, then you're going to feel the most results. It's going to be a lot easier to deal with all of the other stressors. And yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Just building a routine slowly, piece by piece. If you try and incorporate everything all at once, you're going to get mad stress and you're probably going to hate it. So I'd recommend doing it like little by little, add little blocks on. And then once you get a solid foundation, then you're good. Twitch name? It should be Sapling Boy with an underscore in between BOI and Sapling. Stretching, okay. How much effort do you put when doing a full or backflip to get it clean, or has it just got that good effortless? I always put in like 100% effort depending on what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing one in here, I'm not going to put 100% effort in because I'm not trying to land harshly. I'm trying to land like soft and controlled. If you're putting 100% effort, it doesn't always mean that you're going to be controlled. So I put more effort into the mental side of it and less effort into the physical side of it. But when I'm training them, I'm always putting as much effort as possible because that's what's going to yield the results. If you're being lazy on reps, then that's where I think you're not going to feel the benefits. You're not going to understand the skill more. So I recommend like pushing it to the next level, always trying to improve it and get it the best of its ability. What do you recommend for recovery from a broken collarbone when going back into tricking? I have never suffered a collarbone injury, so I can't say like what's going to actually help you on that. But I know generally like when you're suffering from any sort of injury, you want to be able to control that area with like in terms of stabilization and just keeping the point of injury safe. So what that means is you're usually strengthening the muscles around the joint or around whatever it is, You probably want to strengthen your shoulders, probably the back, I would assume, and stuff like that. I would also consult a professional about that because they're going to know what's best, especially because I don't know like what the recovery process is. I'm not sure when you're supposed to start doing movement, which I'm pretty sure with collarbone injury, you're not supposed to do anything for a while because it's broken. So, listen to a professional. Definitely don't listen to me because I am not sure. I have not suffered that injury. There are people in the community who have, though. James West is one of them, so you could ask him, and he recovers quick from stuff, so he probably has some good tips. Why does my one leg get sore when I'm doing precision jumps? You might be putting all your stress onto that one leg, so try and reduce that. Try and stabilize on both legs. Make sure you are not compensating on one side. Honestly, there's no proper way because doctors consider it a beauty bone since it has no vital function to your bone structure. Interesting. They said if it feels good, I can do it, so just don't land on it then, I guess. I guess, bro. So if that's the case, like, as long as your bone is not suffering and it's not about to explode, you know, doing sick, still haven't gotten around to trying the Valdez cork. Sick isn't good. Good. Well, you take your time, bro. Take your time. There's no rush to do the Valdez cork. Allow your collarbone to heal past the hard callus, then start loading lightly until you start feeling strong with good stability. This will take weeks before loading. See, bro has all the knowledge. He has all the knowledge. I'm glad that he's in here. Help gift you guys with the proper advice here. He is in college, so he's a genius. He's got it all figured out. By the way, that's a dog toy. Just had to throw that out there. Any tips on blocking hard during a front flip and losing flipping momentum? When I punch harder for a 1 and 3 or dub front and focus on getting height, I tend to lose flip. You have to be faster with your arms. I've suffered from this exact same thing, actually, and you just have to be really quick with the arms. If you're focusing a lot on height and the punch, sometimes you can lose the timing with your upper half. So make sure arms are setting at the same time as your punch, and make sure your hips are also setting at the same time. Make sure you're also not doing this with your arms. I see a lot of people do this. They'll bring their arms back and set like this. I would keep your arms like straighter and set like with the whole arm, if that makes sense. What do we got? I'm going into surgery in my right knee from an ACL injury that I had last April. Good luck, bro. It's a hard recovery, but you got it. As a former gymnast, I enjoy seeing the different flipping techniques. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Any tips on going for quad full? No, I don't have any tips unless you're doing it on trampoline. I can't quad full yet. So, do you have a morning routine morning workout to get ready for the day? I usually actually work out at night. I don't like to wake up early, and that is partially because I stay up way too late. So, yeah, my routine's not perfect. I'm still trying to sort through my sleep and everything right now. So, when you first started tricking, how did you overcome fear? By overcoming small bits of fear, little by little, until big jumps were a lot easier to overcome. So it stacks. The more you overcome, the easier it gets. What are some advice for Scoot Trip? I'm having trouble with Scoot Trip. Scoot Trip is tough. It is very tough. You got to be fast as hell, like hella fast. Your scoot also has to be mad powerful and really, really, really efficient in transferring momentum. So if you're like not getting up fast enough out of the scoot, it's probably your problem. If you are not setting with your hips and you're not flipping very much, you're just kind of spinning and then falling, that's another part of your problem. Scoot is just tough. You got to be fast as fuck. You got to push so hard. And you want to explode off the ground as quick as possible. It is not easy. Yeah, for tramp. Okay. So do triple and a half a ton. A ton. It's just like learning triple full for the first time, except way sketchier. So do triple full and a half a lot, and then if you feel comfortable with the triple full and a half and you feel aware, then I would try and hit the quad. The chest pump is going crazy, yo. Bro's in the gym and on stream right now. How to fix side tucks if my hop sucks. If you're talking about side flip, you got to make sure your timing's good. So if your timing is suffering, then that's going to obviously take away from the side flip. So just make sure that everything's working together. Can you do a handstand? I can. I could probably do it. Are you also live on YouTube or somewhere else? Yeah, YouTube, and I'm live on Instagram right now too, so that's where all the questions are coming from right now, except for yours. So appreciate that. I under-rotate my scoot trip. I mean, I still have it though. Okay, that's good. It's easier if you're landing a scoot trip, even if it's under twisted, that's like a lot better than not landing it, because now you can like, you have the flipping part, which is, in my opinion, the hardest struggle is like if you have the twist but you don't have the flip, you're never going to land. Whereas you don't have all the twist but you do have the flip, you'll probably land every time. It'll just be under twisted. You can like fix that, obviously, by strengthening the twist. And it's not as painful. You should get a solid workout in. Wait, hold on. How's your experience after your ACL surgery? How did you know that you had already can do a trick? It was tough, dude. One of the toughest struggles of my life. I started pushing my boundaries once I was cleared to do so, and also before I was cleared to do so. Don't do that. But I started pushing my boundaries as I got more comfortable. I started pushing even further. You just gotta like do little by little. Like I said, you build an understanding of what you're capable of, and then you're able to push past it. So that's what I'd recommend doing. Just be careful and make sure you're actually listening to your body. Feed about, oh yeah, he's got the fire carbs and protein intake. Definitely do not eat many carbs prior to sleep though. Favorite anime? Favorite anime? Demon Slayer for sure, actually. Demon Slayer. I am anticipating the ending for that. Do you speak Spanish, please? Hola, ¿cómo estás? How to get over your fear of doing a gain or backflip? So if you can do a backflip precision, then you can do a gainer. And so what you would want to do is set just as aggressive as your normal backflip. You might even want to be more aggressive. And you're going to lean forward on the way down. So you're coming down with your chest. You're going to feel your weight kind of drop forward a little bit. Go with it, but don't go with it too far. You don't want to like overdo it on your first gainer. Do a small jump. So go for a small amount of distance and gauge it from there. If you feel uncomfortable, then stay there and work on it until you feel comfortable, then increase distance. You're going to drop your chest. You'll feel your body start to lean forward. Go with it. Jump. Set your hips up as high as you can. Make sure you're still looking forward. Pull your tuck. And then you can look for your landing. You'll notice you'll go forward. Oh my gosh. What's the craziest trick you've ever done? Standing double back. Do you focus a lot on the leg day, or can you naturally jump higher, or is it mostly because of the technique when jumping into the flips? I naturally can jump higher, but leg day definitely helps, and focusing on the technique definitely helps a lot. So do all of those things. Best flip? Yeah, I already did that. I did triple back on Supertramp. Fire, bro. I've only done triple back on Super Tramp once, and I hated it. Who are your favorite athletes cross tricking, free running, and or parkour? Damn. Okay. We got Ellis, Rai right now. Huge Rai fan at the moment. Obviously, you got Zen and Shosei. Love watching them. They're pushing the sport, and Kaiga as well. I like watching Z a lot. I just think he's really smooth with the way he does tricks, and he's just got that swag on every time he's doing tricks, bro. And Pasha's another big one. There's a whole lot of people. And then obviously, one of my biggest inspirations, James West, The Compass, YOLO Flow. Bro, he is like everything that I want to be a lot of the time. So there's a lot of people that inspire me right now. Those are probably the top ones at the moment. And Levi Borrego, Jacoby, like watching them. My homie McCoy, whenever he tricks, he motivates me a lot because I feel like our body type is similar enough. And so I feel like he and I complement each other well when we train together because we're able to kind of hone into a similar technique almost. We feed off each other really well in session. I love training with James too. But yeah. What's your weight and how much do you leg press? In kilos, I don't know. Kilograms is like 2.2. So divided by 2.2 for my weight. Well, I'm like almost 150 pounds. I don't know how much that is kilograms. Not fully sure. I don't know how much I can leg press. I have no clue. I feel like that's a weird one to try and get a max on anyway, though. What happened if you land on your head? I don't know. Haven't really done that too much. Start a quad fold journey. I'm already in the process. Do a how to fold tutorial. I will. Got any tattoos? I've got one right here. And I've got one right here. Triple cork tat. Go to the list. A lot in common with mine. Yeah, thanks, bro. Great movers in the community. Snapu combos make me satisfied with them. I know I need to get better at Snapu. Hi, what do you think about Garden Air Tracks? Because I'm thinking about buying. I would recommend it, bro. Air Track is so goated. It's a great training tool. Definitely recommend that. I want a Air Track, like an actual Air Track. That would be so sick. I want one that's like huge, like one of those big square ones. I would create so many good videos if I had that, but it is so expensive. I don't have the money. If I became a full-time content creator, I would easily be able to buy it, but I don't have that money. It's like thousands of dollars. 150 pounds? About. I'm like just under 150 right now. In and out. Height, I'm like 5'7". 5'7". Was good. Was good. I wish you enjoy your food, bro. I appreciate it. I am enjoying it. It's Taco Bell. What's your dream trick, and was standing dub back yours at some point? Standing dub back was my ultimate dream. And once I achieved it, I low-key, like, got a little depressed for a while because I was like, damn, what else? What else is there? Because that was the one thing I wanted to do before I was like done with flips. And then I started doing more tricks and I was like, oh, there's so much more to do. So that was like my dream trick, the dream trick. And once I accomplished that, like, the thing is, there's so many dream tricks I still have, but nothing will amount to that feeling of doing standing double back. I hope that I do it on grass eventually. I plan on doing it this coming summer. If I can hit it on grass, bro, I'm going to be feeling so good about life. Like, I want to hit that trick again. And I know I can do it on grass for sure. I should have done it when I was consistently doing standing double back, but it was hard for me to like go out and find a day where I felt good enough to do standing double back. And that's what I struggled with because I was always working and just training every day in the gym. So I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick a good day to do this trick because I didn't want to do it if I wasn't going to like land it for sure. The thing is I was really worried about like crunching my ankle, and I was like, dude, if I crunch my ankle on grass, it's probably not going to be a super chill thing. So I wanted to avoid the possibility of that happening at all costs. Let's see, what else? My quirk is so bad, twist super early, have some tips. Make sure you ride over the shoulder. That's what I call it. So when you're swinging, make sure your leg is straight enough, and make sure you're picking your whole body up, setting with a chest up. Make sure you're getting extension through the leg. Leg is straight. You're pulling over the shoulder. If you can do that, then you're gonna be good. Do you practice landing independently for the case of when you fall for real to avoid injury as much as possible? Are you talking about like landing one leg? Most of the time it's not for practice for that. It's just like general tricking practice. Usually we are on one leg a lot of the time, so it just helps. With the stability of that also, it helps you build skills. My full last name is Eatlin. Dub back and quad cork are the most insane tricks. I think quad cork's crazy, bro. You go to the gym every day. I do like 4 days of weightlifting, and I also train tricking on top of that. And sometimes I train tricking more days. Sometimes I train them less. It just depends. You need to land cart 312, bro. You have it, Aspen. I have done it. I've done that exact one. Live will be reposted. I don't think so. I don't know if I'll repost it. It will be on YouTube though, so go check it out on YouTube. Go check it out on Twitch. Were you afraid of landing in your neck when attempting double back? No. Maybe at first I was, but that was the least of my worries. I was more afraid of breaking my ankle or hurting my knees, because I did hurt my knees a few times when doing that trick, not from landing on them, but actually landing on my feet and bouncing into my knees. And I've crunched my ankle. So that's the scariest part in my opinion. Do you recommend to push my max strength in leg exercises or just do explosive exercises? I recommend doing both. Why not? If you're pushing heavier weight, you can also feel the benefits of just feeling better in your joints. It doesn't have to be the heaviest weight ever, but you want to challenge yourself. I'd recommend doing both. There is times when you can specialize the movements for what you're doing. So obviously if you're tricking, you probably want to prioritize making your movements more related to tricking. But I think that there's something to say about lifting heavy every once in a while and actually getting a benefit from that in the stability aspect and also just building good strength in general. I'd recommend doing it. So just test things. and see how they feel for you. But for me personally, I like doing both, and it helps. Don't always push for maxes, but just push heavy. Try and make yourself sweat, dude. Someone on YouTube. Can you stay double on grass yet? Not yet, bro. I'll work on it for the summer. When the summer comes. Isn't landing on the neck the worst outcome? Like, can't you possibly die? Yes. But I always know that I'm making it over my head. That's why I'm not afraid of that part. I'm more afraid of the landing because the consequences fall in that area for me. I've never done standing dub back and been concerned about landing on my neck. It usually, whenever I've done it, I've always been like, I got this. Like, I'll make it over. It's always the landing, though. Have you seen my last story? I did new combos last year in September. I don't know if I've seen it, but that's fire. That's hella fire. What combos? More and more. Dude, there's so many people joining the Twitch live today. It's kind of insane. Way more people than normal. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Any ideas for tricking while living in Ireland? No gyms, heavy rain, very cold. I feel like I can relate. Montana, that's how I had to train a lot of the time. So I would try and find an indoor space. Kojo also dealt with the same issue where he just didn't have places to train. He would go to like library at school. He would train at school. You just train literally anywhere you can and try and work on something. It doesn't have to be like pushing the hardest tricks. You just need to train. Like, that's how you get better, is training. Even if you're doing the basics, you're going to get stronger. And your basics being extremely good foundationally is going to push you to the next level in advanced skills. You're going to need those foundations anyway. It'll be a lot easier to push heavier skills or harder skills if you have a really good, strong, basic skill foundation. So, train anywhere you can. Living room, friggin' garage, whatever. Any ideas for tricking while living? Oh yeah, wait. You can do handstand. In gymnastics, we practice turning onto the back to avoid landing on the stomach or chest, and then putting the arms straight over the head to avoid injuring the neck. Yes, I would recommend doing that, but for standing double back, that's not really an option. You kind of have to make it over, no matter what. There's safe ways to bail. I've seen like Jaden Harris and James. They would give me the advice to bail to my side if I ever felt uncomfortable in a double back. That way you can just send them from any setup. They're just like, oh yeah, just when you're pulling the tuck, try and find the awareness to bail to your side, and then you don't have to take the landing on your ankles. And I never really learned how to do that safely, so that's one of the things that I'm trying to actually work on, is bailing out of a standing double back. But I can assume that most injuries in tricking are in the knees, feet, and wrists. It's knees, ankles, and sometimes wrist, sometimes shoulder, sometimes elbow. Anything with your joints, pretty much. There's sometimes neck injuries, but I haven't seen those as much. I've mostly seen like torn Achilles, torn ACL. I've been thinking about doing progression to double full, is going for full hyper hook, and after that for full round a good progression. I would say so. If you're practicing any full variations, you're going to see the most benefit in pushing past that, going to double full. You want to have a really good understanding of the prerequisite, and that means understanding it from multiple different ways, like doing variations or doing it really high, or just having general good control of it. Then you're going to be way better off. You can do TDR? Yes. I'm bad at it. Scoot, skip, raise, pop, flash, to scoot full hyper back in September. That's fire. That's really good. I love scoot, skip, raise, pop, flash. I love it. Can you do backflip in the room here? Yes. Hey, do you have any tips for staying full whenever I try and twist? I twist through my shoulders and set early, losing all my height. How do I make my brain wait for the set before I start twisting? You don't actually wait. It's all about like how the set connects all together at the peak. So the way I describe it is you're not waiting. You're not going woo and then pulling. It's all one motion. So you want to set up like this and pull into that twist like that. If you're getting full extension and your hips are getting that set, then you're going to get good flip and good twist ratio. You don't want to squander yourself on waiting. A lot of people say, oh, you got to wait. Don't wait, bro. That is not the right advice to give, in my opinion. I think that telling a person to wait is going to make them think, oh, I got to like hold my set and then pull. When you're literally throwing all your momentum straight up and then trying to pull yourself around with no momentum, it's not what you should be doing. You should be setting through and pulling the skill all the way through. You don't wait ever. You just change your posture. So if you're doing this, you're going too soon into the skill this way. You need to go up and over while doing the same motion and also getting full extension and also setting with the hips. If you're doing all those things, then you're going to be in the right zone, but you got to be fast too. Explosive. Does that make sense? Also, you're a freak athlete. I don't understand 99% of the things you do don't physically make sense. I've trained them a lot. I've become obsessed with doing flips. So, how do you make sure you don't land on your neck? You just got to be confident. Like, a lot of it is confidence. If you don't have it, then that's where most injuries are going to happen. So, you got to be confident. You got to make sure that your skills are also good enough to make it over. If you're worried about landing on your neck and you're actually like in a sketch zone where you could land on your neck, then you should probably not send it. If you're ever worried about landing on your neck and you're actually like not tweaking out about it too, like you actually might land on your neck, then don't do it. It's not worth it. Just don't. Got to be safe, prioritize safety, make sure that you are smart about doing your tricks. A lot of people get really overconfident and they'll send it and land on their neck, and it's just not worth it, bro. You may as well progress the skill to a point where you have a better understanding and better skill level before you try and break yourself. Yeah, I can do a backflip. How can you do a backflip in there? Are you not too tall? No, I'm 5'7", so I'm pretty short. But, yeah, I got it. Should I turn on the light? That didn't help much. Alright. That was okay. Small ceiling. I also gotta catch it. So it doesn't like break through the freaking ground. What's up? Does not waiting for the set also apply to running tumbling, or is it a different technique? I would say it's different for that because you have momentum going into it. You can actually like, I would say you can wait-ish. You're still like drawing a line into your set quick, but if you draw that line too like aggressively, you'll flip way too much, especially with momentum. So you got to figure out how that feels. If you're getting a good block and it's sending you up and you're feeling your body like whipping hard, then you can probably like be really reserved on the actual flipping momentum part of it. You can probably just pull more so for your twist. It really just depends on how the round off feels for you. I would say that is completely different than doing it standing. But generally, I still think it's similar. You're not necessarily waiting. I've seen people do round offs and they'll like hold their arms out here and then they'll like pull. They'll like set the flip and then like pull late. Don't do that. There's no point in doing that. You want the movement to be fluid. So equal parts, equal flip, equal twist. If you're having less of one or the other, you're gonna see problems in certain things that you may or may not like. So, are you thinking of traveling to Egypt? I hope so one day. Shoulder injuries are never good because my left shoulder is still injured and I can't trick anymore. Yeah, you gotta treat those, bro. You gotta treat your injuries. I want to do that. Every time I do backflip without warming up, it hurts. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing anything without warming up. So, the reason why it hurts is because it literally will if you don't warm up sometimes. Unless you're pretty comfortable with it, I guess. I don't know. For me, I'm very comfortable with those skills so they don't hurt me. But, I don't know. I still recommend warming up. Like, I wouldn't skip a warm up if I were you. Like, even if you're doing a skill that's very easy. Because you can get carried away and think that you're on top of the world and then you injure yourself. I've done the tricks hundreds of times, but still kind of afraid of the neck thing at the start of every session. Do I just need to drill it more? I feel like it's a valid fear to have, but eventually you'll get past it or you won't. It's really just up to your brain. I think that there's certain things about that I don't fully understand, so I can't give you like the best advice on that. It's all mental though, like all it is mental. So there's probably something that you might need to work on mentally for just having more confidence about your ability or something like that. I'd recommend like just keep training, obviously, but try and work on other things in your life too. There might be I think even doing small things at home that are not related to flips, for example, can help your confidence and help you with your flips. Like if you're fixing issues outside of the actual sport, then I think you're going to see progress in the sport as well. So honestly, almost all my injuries have been from overuse. That's a big thing too. Overuse injuries are huge. It is a big problem. For me, I have like hip overuse injuries that come up, and it's because I'm not stretching. I'm not like doing proper things for my hips sometimes. Like I need to warm up my hips extra good, and if I don't, then I'll get an overuse injury. What about round off triple full? What is the tech for your twisting? To be honest, I'm not the greatest at like doing fulls, like triple fulls. I am better at triple cork, but in terms of triple full, like if I'm doing round off trip, I am thinking about doing my round off obviously after I snap. My arms stay up because you don't want to bring them down. They stay up and then I just yank it. Probably not the ideal technique compared to a gymnast for sure. Like gymnasts have their stuff all down to a T with round offs, but I'm not great at round off, so I'm gonna get going. Aspen, it's good watching you live, but my phone is gonna die soon. All right, have a good day, bro. Take it easy. I've been doing backflips for 8 years and I still struggle with landing clean. There's probably other ways that you need to incorporate training to make it clean. You're probably going to have to do some strength training, some explosive power training. Some people are gifted with explosive power and some people aren't. And also, if you can do a backflip for 8 years, it also depends on consistency. How many times do you do a backflip in those 8 years? If it's not enough times, then the trick is not going to get better. You got to do it like all the time. If you do it all the time, then it gets better. But if it's not getting better and you do it all the time, you need to train explosive power. This person said, I need help doing an aerial. Aerial is a lot of hips. You need to be able to use your legs almost independently. If you're going into it, you obviously want to spot the ground. Your legs need to aggressively pull over. Like, you got to reach towards the ground as hard as you can. You got to kick that leg over. And if you're not doing that, then you're not going to get over. It's really tough, honestly. So recommend doing the one-handed method. You go into your aerial, place your hand down, try and take it away slowly but surely, and then you'll be doing an aerial without your hands. You need to be more famous, man. How are you so underrated? I appreciate that, but just need to grind harder, honestly. That's all it is. Just grind harder and do better, more efficient. To improve, would you recommend to train in spring floor and grass? Both. You want to keep it fresh for yourself, so train in the gym a lot to progress skills, but also train outside so that you're not getting too dependent on the floor. You want to definitely switch up environments all the time, and that's where you see the most growth. But if you have access to a really good gym, you're going to see the most growth because you won't have any sort of things holding you back from trying certain skills, which is awesome. Some gyms don't have all the resources though, so you might still be in a gym that, doesn't have a trampoline, for example. That's a pretty big L. There's certain things that you might not have that will make it really hard for you, but yeah. 3 plates on dips for 5. That's crazy, bro. Have you ever wanted to go on live with Frederick Richards? That's a gymnast, right? I would love to. That'd be sick. How do you train using your hips and tricking? Like, what do you mean? Yo! Thanks for the follow. Who is it? Carson BWOY. Thanks for the follow, bro, on Twitch. Let's go. We're increasing hella followers today on Twitch. Maybe I should just go live here all the time while I'm live on Twitch. Favorite trick? Standing full. Can't beat a standing full. It's my favorite trick. It's difficult to practice because I have ski and homework and that stuff. Still got to find time. If you can optimize your time, then you'll be better off. Yeah, right now he is with Tanner Witt, I think. Really? That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Is Tanner on live with him? Or is he, like, with him in person? How do you set for your Arabian? If I try to set with a bit of power, it goes towards a full, but without such a set, it's hella slow. So I used to have this problem too, where I would like over twist in my Arabian when I pulled it. You want to make sure that you're riding your setup like a backflip, and you almost want to turn it into a front flip. Like when you go over the back, you want to make sure you're looking over your shoulder and you're looking out that way. Don't continue looking left, because if you do, you're going to start pulling over. You want to keep your set very linear over the top and over this way. If you pull it like this, you're probably going to start twisting more than what you want. So try and set it over the top. Doing tricks with him, that's fire. It's the best way to get to the TDR. How I did it is I would do like a really bad raise, and I would reach my hand over to the side and just land on my hand and my foot at the same time. And then work my way up until I was inverting more and more and landing just on my arm. That's what I did. It's not the best way to do it, but it works. I need help doing a back walkover. That one, I'm really bad at. I can't do it at all, actually. I wish I could, but I really can't. You need a lot of flexibility on that one, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what you're doing wrong unless you had like a very clear issue. But yeah, that one's tough. Are you religious? Not really, but I'm open to lots of things. Oh, Tanner's doing Staying Double Arabian? That's sick. Any advice on Randy's? Try not to let your butt come up when you're setting it, because you'll overflip it. That's the biggest piece of advice that I have you. Because that's the biggest thing that I would deal with on Randy. Check the pump. Are you trying to join live or something? Oh yeah, he is. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, no problem, bro. Appreciate you coming out. Shit. Damn. He's hitting that shit. Look at that pump.
Those triceps.
God damn.
Oh yeah.
Strong as hell.
Alright. Just had to show off the pump real quick. I don't know if the back is doing anything, but
Yep. Yep.
they really posed too well on the back.
Got some wings growing.
Oh my god, this motherfucker said smash.
He wants you.
I know that motherfucker.
You know him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright.
Hello, Joni. Alright, peace.
Bye.
That was my brother. Hi, Sape. Sape. Backflip, front flip, or side flip? Which flip do you like the most? Backflip. Backflip the most. Love that one. 2 Aspen? That's my brother. My brother. So you do parkour, free running, tricking like I do parkour, but you look like more tricking, aren't you? Yeah, I like to do all sorts of different kinds of movement, though. I feel like I'm not limited to one sport. I just do a little bit of everything. That's what I like to do, personally. Hello. Damn, we got hella people. Keep joining in. This live's gonna be forever. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, and you still do a better 540 kick. I feel like 540 kick is like not as much of like a Taekwondo skill, though. I think that it involves more aerial movement. If you can do like better like acrobatic type stuff, you're gonna have a better 540 kick. If you're in Taekwondo, you might have a good 540 kick, but you also need to be good at maneuvering yourself in the air, because that's where it matters the most. Do you flip in the streets sometimes? Yeah. It depends, like, what I'm doing, but I usually don't do anything, like, really hard if I'm on concrete, but definitely do sometimes. I recommend training in concrete every once in a while. It's definitely good for the mind. Welcome from Yemen, hey? Yemen in the chat. What flips can you do without warming up? It depends. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend doing flips without warming up, but I could definitely do. I can do like standing full snapu without warming up. Hey, it's okay. I could do. I would say that's like one of the better tricks that I could do without warming up. I wouldn't want to do it, but I could do it. I've done triple cork without warming up, but I definitely can't do that now. I've been like out of consistent training until recently, and my triple cork has suffered. Have a good night, bro. How do I train my landing leg for cork? You gotta land on it little by little. So focus on landing on that leg, and then obviously bring the other leg down, and just like more and more of landing just on that one leg until you build confidence. Yeah, I could do a backflip. Can you do a Webster without warming up? Yeah, for sure. I love the twist you have. I appreciate that. Can you follow me back so I can show you a backflip? Bro, you gotta just keep pushing yourself, alright? This is for everyone that's like always asking for follows and stuff. Keep pushing yourself to do good. Do the best you can in the sport. Do the best you can in whatever you like to do, and people will follow you. Especially if you're posting, you got to post consistently. You got to train consistently. You got to just show up for yourself. Show up for your audience. Do the best you can. Freaking grind, all right? And then you'll get follows, bro. That's my advice to you. You have backflip tips. Make sure you're setting tall. Make sure you're getting your chest open. Make sure you're getting your hips setting. Make sure that you're getting full extension. Make sure you're jumping fast. Make sure you're pulling your tuck. Make sure you're spotting. Best trick on is corkscrew on flat ground. That's fire. What do you do for a living? I do a lot of things, bro. I'm going to keep it real. I do a lot of things. Flat ground. Look at my account from your government. I'm from Yemen. Love you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I am going to get to gaming soon, so I'm going to end this live stream, actually. Don't mean to embarrass you, but I'm so proud of you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joni. I am going to hop off the live, though. I am going to keep this live going, so anyone that's in Twitch or YouTube, or if you guys want to go over to Twitch and YouTube, go. Leah's here. Hello.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing? Zeus out.
I was doing some flips.
What are you doing?
Not anymore, though. Ugh. YouTube Live isn't working. Of course it's not. No, it's a different YouTube channel that I'm live on, actually. You're probably on the wrong one. There's another Sapling Boy YouTube channel. And I'm going to be doing gaming on the rest of it, so... either Twitch or YouTube. Go check out one of those, and you can keep on watching. So thank you for tuning in. See you later. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Are you trying to play games?
I think she's home, but I don't.
Just let me know when you're trying to do that.
Are you still live?
Yeah, on here I am. On that. Not on my phone though. I'm just checking things.
Oh, tasting
Yeah, for a little bit. Um, 234. See what TikTok's doing. It's doing good. No one's following me on TikTok. On my new one. I made one for streaming. But people are watching the videos and liking them. All right. Whoa, so dark in here. Okay. See what we got. About to pop into some freaking gaming. I gotta change the subject though. Hold on.
You want a bite?
Huh?
You want a bite?
What is it?
What should it look like?
I have no clue. I don't know what that is. Is it loaded hash browns? Oh.
You knew. Stop it.
I didn't. I just guessed. That's the closest thing that it looked like. Alright. Okay. Going live. We are already live, actually. Let's pop out. All right. Here we go. Resident Evil. Resident Evil.
Did you already play that one?
What do you mean? Yeah. A long time ago.
No, it was like years.
No, it wasn't. It's more than 2 years. It's like 3 or 4 years. Yeah. It was like freaking 2020, dude. Last time I played this one. This is the 2005 one. The remake of this. This one's a lot different. Oh shit! Oh, I'll just get off then. We need to get you a PC. Really? Alright. She sucks at throwing, bro. Can't even predict. How am I supposed to hit him if he's just gonna, like, not get hit by these? There we go. Burned his ass to death. See if I can get through this part. She not dead? Since when have they not died from fire? Bro, there's really no... There's nothing I can do. There's no other friggin' lamps. What do I do? Oh, hell no. Get away from me. What do I do, bruh? Just try and operate this faster. He's coming up behind me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get it before he gets you. Oh, he's right behind me. Fuck, dude. So I'm just supposed to progress to the next room. Bro did not die. He's probably going to continue to chase me. At least I got him that time, dude. He's not dead, though. Where is he? Nope, you survived. Alright, buddy. Yes, it got the other one, too. Do they both die? They do. That was luck. That was nothing but luck. Oh, I gotta get this one too. Look at her go, cranking that thing. Is there any items anywhere? Oh, I can crawl through there. I didn't even know that. Yep, there's items. Spino. Spino. Let's go. Collecting racks. Where the money at? Let's see. Is there one in here? No. No. Okay. Nothing there. Is there one in this one? Oh, I can't go that way. Actually, there's nothing even there. My bad. What about here? No. I can only throw that. Okay. See if I crawl through here, if this is an area that I couldn't get to before. Nope, it is an area that I can get to for sure. I didn't even know that hole was there though. I could have just crawled through that the whole time. Just looking for things to open, man. Nope, nothing. Nothing. Damn. Let's go. I'd love to make it out of here without having to do anything else. Okay. Spino. 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 There's a butler. Knowing that Senior Ramon Salazar had no family, Lord Sadler must have used his strong faith in Los Illuminados to his advantage to talk Senior Salazar into undoing the seal of the Lost Plagas once done by his ancestors. Senior Salazar would have never done such a thing unless he was in some way being used unknowingly. I should have sensed the Lord's to scream sooner. I feel like I'm partially responsible for all this. I have no idea as to what the Lord is planning, but Senior Salazar was just being used. It is too late now, however. Senior Salazar has already taken the Plaga into his body. There is no turning back once the Plaga is turned into an adult in the body. The Plaga parasite will not die unless the host dies. There's no cure. Perhaps Senior Salazar may have been vaguely aware of the Lord's plan all along, but it's hard to tell. Nevertheless, there's nothing I can do about it now. I have served the Salazar family for generations and prepared to continue my services until the very end. Wait. The butler is the, is that one dude. He's the, freaking lizard guy, I bet. I didn't even know that. Hey, I feel a draft from there. Maybe there's a secret passage on the other side, as there's this thing that definitely looks like something to activate a secret passage. How am I gonna pick up handgun ammo? I don't even got a gun. I guess I'll be giving all this stuff to, Leon. My map has the artifacts on it. I'm about to go into a room with artifact, I think. Okay. So, let's see. Huh? Wait a sec, there's a round hole in the center. Do I have... I don't think I have the item necessary for that. There was 2 doors. Yep. I came from there. There's one right here, one over here. This is where the knights are, I'm guessing. Yep. I hate this part. This is the worst. Oh, there must be something behind here. Yes, there is. What the hell? Oh, wrong direction. Let's hold off on pressing the switch. I don't know what else is in here. I feel like if I press the switch, it's gonna activate the freaking monsters or something. There's another one over there. So it's clearly a 2-switch thing. Gotta activate one and then the other. And then it opens the gate, probably. Okay, nothing else. Nothing else for me. Oh. Never mind, it opens one gate at a time. Okay. So, this switch then. Yep, one gate at a time. Alright. So it's a little puzzle. Okay, that thing is for the other thing, I think. Sweet. Grabbing something and not activating enemies is pretty rare. And the other one will close. But this one is still open. Boom. There we go. And I get gold. That's what I'm talking about, bruh. Artifacts galore. Okay, there's an artifact in here somewhere. Oh, this is where the knights are. I don't like the music, bruh. I'm gonna have to lock in for a second here. Oh, I hate this shit, man. No! They're already here. Huh? Do what? Okay. Well, I gotta figure out how to save. Okay, here we go. I can save. Alright. There we go. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'm in the live stream.